Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tijesu-Oloyede. I film about marriage, relationship, faith, and motherhood. You're welcome. I'm so happy to have you do this with me. Today, I'll be talking to you about how you can undo unmet expectations in your marriage. So please do subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell so you get to know anytime I upload an amazing video, because trust me, I upload amazing videos that will transform your life, your relationship, your marriage, and of course your work with God. So let's jump right into the video. Now, how do you handle unmet expectation in your marriage? The truth is, a lot of marital issues, arise because of the disappointment of unmet expectations. Now, people go into marriage with certain expectations, what they expect from their spouse, what they expect from their marriage, how they want their marriage to be, how they want their spouse to, behave, things they want their spouse to do for them, and they just go into marriage with that, and there's this disappointment when those things are not forthcoming, when their spouse don't really meet up with what they actually expected even before marriage. So you need to understand that unmet expectation is something that is inevitable. Yes, you at some point, every couple actually have to deal with that, because life happens, changes occur, situations arise, and that will just actually make it impossible rather to have those expectations met. So it's important we understand how to deal with it, because when this time of disappointment comes, you how you handle it really matters, because if you do not handle it well, it can actually affect your relationship with your spouse, it can affect your marriage. Now, the natural response is that you're disappointed, you feel hurt, you are angry, you take it out on your spouse, and before you know, you want them to pay for it, you're angry, and if you go that route, your marriage will definitely not work. You're really not going to enjoy your relationship with your spouse. Now, there are certain expectations that you have that actually come from promise from your spouse. So your husband actually promised you some things before you go married. Oh, we have dinner night every week, every day. Oh, your wife actually promised you certain things. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then, now you're married and those things are not just forthcoming, because you already have those things as expectations since you were promised. And I'm going to give you an example, a practical example. Before we got married, about a week to our wedding, I was always telling my husband that we'll be having sex every day. We have sex every day. I remember my husband gave me this look like, I don't even know what you're saying. Like, that way he didn't even take me serious. And I don't even know why I even said that. I don't know what's going through my mind. But I said, out of me, the euphoria of wedding, having to spend the rest of my life with someone I love and all that. And I'm glad he didn't even take me serious. Because imagine if he had taken me serious and had that expectation. That's such an unrealistic expectation. And please don't ask me if we have been having sex every day for over 7 years. You know the answer already. So it happens. So people can promise your spouse would have promised you certain things because out of love, out of joy, having spent the rest of their life with you and all that. And marriage is here. Everything is clear. Reality has has done on everyone, and of course life happens and they may not be able to meet up with what they actually promised you. Now, one of the ways you can handle this: one, love and forgive your spouse. Now, the day you exchange vows with your spouse, that day, you're committed to them. You're saying, I will love you, in plenty, in health. I'll love you with your weaknesses. I'll love you with your failures. I'll love you anytime you're down. I'll love you in all circumstances. So you actually have to love them beyond, their flaws. You need to just love them beyond their failure. So when they have these shortcomings, because you love them, you are able to actually overlook, or you're able to actually walk through those, the unmet expectations. And of course, forgiveness is something that we constantly must do in marriage, because we are humans and we're definitely going to offend each other, and you need to forgive. So when you're able to do that, you are able to actually go through that disappointment with ease and with love. Now, the second thing you need to do is to communicate your expectations. It's very important. Communicate your expectation. Let your spouse know what you expect from them. Let her know what you expect from her. Let him know what. Don't give them this guessing thing. Don't let you should guess my love language. You should know my love language. You should know that I want this. You should know that I want that. No, you need to communicate your expectations to your spouse. So you might even have an unmet expectation that your spouse is not even aware. You're hurt, you're bitter, you're feeling disappointed, and they're not even aware that you expected them to do certain things. So it's important that you have that conversation. It's going to help your spouse to also, love you better. And of course, it will also help you to actually cherish that love when they actually meet that expectation. Now, the third thing you need to do is to change your perspective. Very important. One thing you need to change is this: your spouse cannot meet all your needs. They cannot meet all your needs. And you cannot also meet all your spouse's needs, because we are human. We don't have the capacity to meet all the needs of a man or the woman. It's not possible. It's only God that has that capacity to meet all our needs. So there are certain things that you may be expecting that from your spouse that they may not be able to give you. Your spouse may not be able to make you 100% happy. They will not be able to complete you totally. May not be able to give you the world. May not be able to, give you everything that you need. So it's important that you have this change, of perspective, because most time people going to marry with that. A woman can just, my husband is going to give me everything I need. He may not be able to do that. He may not be able to, because he's just human. Now, another thing that you need to change is you need to look at your expectations. Are they realistic? If they are unrealistic, you just need to have a change of perspective, because at times our expectations are just unrealistic. So, for instance, a man just expects that his wife will remain that model, slim, flat tummy, Oyibo fine lady, like throughout the marriage. He just expect that she will be that way. Or maybe he married her looking that way, and just expect that she's going to remain like this. That's kind of unrealistic. Now she has 1, 2, 3 children, and you are disappointed that, she has added fat. Her body, of course, definitely her body will change. She may not be able to get back to that, former state. So you need to have a change of perspective to know that change is the only constant thing. People change, life happens, situations, happen and all that. So some of your unrealistic expectations, you may need to kind of change them and understand that really this may not be possible. So if you have that change of perspective, you'll be able to actually feel less disappointed when these expectations are not met. Now, the fourth thing you need to do is that don't throw away those expectations. So if you have certain expectations, just like I said, you just have to communicate, make sure they are realistic expectations. Don't throw them away. Your spouse will definitely get through. Make sure you communicate, do it in love, let them know what you want. Don't throw them away. Those expectations can actually still be met, because as your spouse, as they grow in marriage, as they mature, with experience and all that, both of you grow in love. Certain expectations will definitely be met, so you don't really have to throw it away. So for that man, you can still have that slim, flat tummy, beautiful woman back. Yes, it's very possible. So I always say this: your marriage can work, and your marriage can be better. Please let me know what you feel about this video. Like this video if it has blessed you. Leave a comment, and please make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.